Have you ever sat in your living room, staring at the clock, wondering why the phone hasn't rung all week? You raised them with love, carried their sleepless nights, sacrificed your dreams so theirs could come true. But now, the house is quiet, too quiet. And sometimes, silence from your children hurts more than words ever could. You wonder, did I do something wrong? Do they even see me anymore? If this echoes something in your heart, know that you're not alone. Today, we'll gently walk through 8 things you can do when your children ignore or disrespect you. Not to fight back, but to reclaim your peace, your dignity, and your joy on your own terms. And before we begin, leave a comment like, "I still matter," or simply, "I choose peace." It might just be the beginning of your healing, and someone else's too. And if you find comfort here, I invite you to subscribe. Because at Olive Wisdom, every voice matters, especially yours. 1. Rebuild your own life and find new purpose. It's a Sunday afternoon. The house is quiet, too quiet. You're sitting in your kitchen, coffee warm in your hands, the phone resting beside you. Hours pass, but no call comes. You glance at the calendar. It's been over a week since your children checked in. You start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Did they forget me? And in that silence, a thought lingers. Is this how it's going to be now? But what if this moment, this silence, isn't the end, but the beginning? What if it's your invitation to come home, to yourself? And so instead of waiting, you decide to rise, to breathe life back into your own story, to find joy not from their attention, but from your own rebirth. Instead of sitting on the sidelines, imagine actively rebuilding your own life. Picture yourself diving into hobbies or passions that make your heart sing. Whether it's painting, gardening, or picking up that old guitar gathering dust in the corner, engaging in activities that bring you joy brightens your day and creates a magnetic energy that can attract your children back to you. When they see you living life with enthusiasm and purpose, it inspires them to reconnect and share in that joy. Rebuilding your life is not just about finding personal happiness. It's about creating a ripple effect that strengthens family bonds. As you invest time in yourself, you will notice a shift in your energy. You will radiate confidence and enthusiasm, which can be incredibly inviting for your children. They may begin to see you not just as their parent, but as someone with passions and dreams of your own, deepening your connection. The magic happens when you embrace what excites you, opening the door for shared experiences. Your children might want to join you in those activities, leading to moments filled with laughter and love that can strengthen your relationship. So take that first step toward rebuilding your life. Embrace the freedom to pursue what makes you happy and watch as your world transforms. As you cultivate your own happiness, you will find that your children are more likely to be drawn back into your life, eager to share in the joy you have created. Remember, it is never too late to find new purpose and reconnect with those you love. Let your journey of self-discovery begin. 2. Build a new circle of companionship. Have you ever felt a wave of loneliness wash over you, especially when your children seem too busy to notice? This feeling can be tough, often leading us to rely on them for companionship and validation. It's Thursday afternoon, and the smell of cookies drifts from the kitchen as the timer dings softly. You're alone, finishing a crossword at the kitchen table, just like you've done countless times before. Outside, the wind gently nudges the porch swing, creaking in rhythm with the ticking clock on the wall. You pause, listening, not for a phone call, not for a knock at the door, but for something else, something harder to name, a sense of being seen, of being missed, of being included. You used to be surrounded by laughter, neighbors dropping by unannounced, community potlucks, even the occasional dance night at the church hall. But lately, those moments have become rarer. As kids grow up and calendars fill with other people's plans, the circle once full of familiar voices feels a bit quieter. But here's something beautiful no one tells you. You can start again. Friendship isn't just for the young. Companionship doesn't retire when we do. Picture this. Instead of waiting for your children to reach out, you decide to step outside your comfort zone and start cultivating relationships with friends and neighbors. It could be as simple as joining a local book club, attending community events, or even striking up a conversation with someone at the coffee shop. These small steps can lead to amazing connections that breathe new life into your days. When you surround yourself with people who share your interests and passions, you create a vibrant network that uplifts your spirit and makes you feel like you belong. As you nurture these new friendships, you'll likely notice a wonderful shift in how you feel. Instead of relying solely on your children for companionship, you'll find joy in the laughter and shared experiences with your new friends. Whether it's enjoying a casual lunch, exploring a new hobby together, or going on fun outings, these moments can fill your life with warmth and excitement. Plus, having a supportive circle around you can ease the emotional pressure on your children, allowing your relationships with them to flourish in a healthier way. Building these connections doesn't mean you love your children any less. In fact, it enriches your life and helps you show up as a happier, more fulfilled person. When your children see you thriving and enjoying life, it can inspire them to reconnect with you on a deeper level. Why not take that leap and start building your new circle of companionship today? Embrace the opportunities that come your way and watch as your emotional landscape transforms. With every new friend you make, you'll find that your reliance on your children lessens and your overall happiness blossoms, creating a more vibrant and fulfilling life for yourself. 4. Communicate your feelings wisely. It's late afternoon. The house is quiet except for the gentle hum of your ceiling fan and the occasional creak of old floorboards. You're sitting at the kitchen table with your coffee gone cold, reading the same page of the newspaper over and over. Your phone is on the counter, silent. Your heart, not so much. There's a conversation playing in your mind. Things you wish you had said last week or last month when your child snapped at you or forgot your birthday. You remember how much you wanted to say something, but you didn't. Or maybe you did, but in a way that left more hurt than healing. And now here you are, wishing you could find the words that don't sound like blame, wishing you could speak your truth without building more walls. Because deep down, you're not looking for apologies. You're just longing to be seen, to be heard, to be loved in a way that feels gentle again. After taking a moment to pause and reflect on your feelings, the next step is to communicate those emotions wisely. Have you ever noticed how the words we choose can either build bridges or create walls in our relationships? It's all too easy to let frustration spill out in harsh tones, especially when emotions are running high. But harsh communication can lead to defensiveness, pushing our loved ones further away instead of bringing them closer. The good news is that by learning to express your feelings in a kinder way, you can foster deeper connections and understanding with those you care about. Picture this. You're feeling hurt because your child didn't call you on your birthday. Your first instinct might be to lash out with something like, "You never think about me." But what if instead, you took a breath and chose your words more carefully? You could say, "I really missed hearing from you on my birthday. It would have meant so much to me." This gentle approach not only shares your feelings, but also invites your child to see things from your perspective without feeling attacked. Using soft, heartfelt language creates a safe space for open dialogue. When you express your emotions without blame, it encourages your loved ones to respond with empathy rather than defensiveness. They're more likely to listen and engage in meaningful conversation instead of shutting down or getting angry. This kind of communication can be truly transformative. It opens the door for healing and reconnection. Plus, when you communicate your feelings wisely, you're teaching your children a valuable lesson about emotional expression. They learn that it's okay to share their feelings without fear of judgment or conflict. This modeling of healthy communication strengthens family bonds and creates an environment where everyone feels valued and understood. So the next time you feel the urge to react harshly, remember to pause and choose your words with care. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. By expressing your feelings with kindness and clarity, you can turn potential conflicts into opportunities for connection, paving the way for a more loving and supportive family dynamic. In doing so, you not only share your emotions, but also nurture the relationships that mean the most to you. 5. Set healthy boundaries. It's a Sunday afternoon and the living room still smells faintly of the pot roast you made hours ago. The plates are cleared, the house is quiet again, and you're left alone with your thoughts, sitting in the recliner where you always sit, the one spot that still feels truly yours. Earlier during dinner, your son made a comment, harmless on the surface, but sharp enough to leave a sting. Something about your choices, your pace, your opinions. And though you smiled and said nothing, that small remark echoed longer than anyone else noticed. You've always wanted peace, not conflict, so you stay silent. But lately you wonder if silence is costing you something. Your dignity, your voice, your place at the table as someone who still matters. And so you ask yourself, when did keeping the peace start to feel like losing yourself? Because the truth is, love shouldn't come at the price of being made small. And respect, especially from those we've raised, should never have to be begged for. After learning how to communicate your feelings wisely, the next crucial step is to set healthy boundaries. Have you ever felt that sinking sensation when someone disrespects you? It can really take a toll on your self-worth and emotional well-being. Tolerating such behavior often leaves you feeling undervalued. But here's the empowering truth. By establishing healthy boundaries, you can protect your dignity and teach others how to treat you with the respect you deserve. Imagine a situation where a family member frequently makes snide remarks about your choices or belittles your feelings. Instead of letting those comments slide and keeping your hurt bottled up, you can choose to take a stand. Picture yourself calmly saying, "I appreciate your concern, but I need you to respect my choices, even if you don't agree with them." By clearly stating your boundaries, you are not just standing up for yourself. You are also showing them the kind of respect you expect in return. This simple act of self-advocacy sends a powerful message that your time and emotional health truly matter. Setting boundaries is not only about protecting yourself, it is also a way to teach others how to interact with you. When you value your own well-being, it encourages those around you to do the same. Remember that respect is a two-way street. By asserting your needs and communicating them clearly, you create an environment where mutual respect can flourish. This empowers others to reconsider their behavior, leading to healthier interactions all around. Moreover, establishing healthy boundaries can transform your relationships into something more balanced and fulfilling. When everyone understands what is acceptable and what isn't, it reduces misunderstandings and conflicts. You will find that your relationships become more enjoyable and less draining, allowing you to connect with others in a more positive way. So the next time you feel disrespected or undervalued, remember that you have the power to set boundaries. While it may feel daunting, valuing your own time and emotional health paves the way for healthier, more respectful relationships. By doing so, you reclaim your dignity and remind others of the respect you deserve, creating a more harmonious environment for everyone involved. 5. Set healthy boundaries. It's a Sunday afternoon and the living room still smells faintly of the pot roast you made hours ago. The plates are cleared, the house is quiet again, and you're left alone with your thoughts, sitting in the recliner where you always sit, the one spot that still feels truly yours. Earlier during dinner, your son made a comment, harmless on the surface, but sharp enough to leave a sting. Something about your choices, your pace, your opinions. And though you smiled and said nothing, that small remark echoed longer than anyone else noticed. You've always wanted peace, not conflict, so you stay silent. But lately you wonder if silence is costing you something. Your dignity, your voice, your place at the table as someone who still matters. And so you ask yourself, when did keeping the peace start to feel like losing yourself? Because the truth is, love shouldn't come at the price of being made small. And respect, especially from those we've raised, should never have to be begged for. After learning how to communicate your feelings wisely, the next crucial step is to set healthy boundaries. Have you ever felt that sinking sensation when someone disrespects you? It can really take a toll on your self-worth and emotional well-being. Tolerating such behavior often leaves you feeling undervalued. But here's the empowering truth. By establishing healthy boundaries, you can protect your dignity and teach others how to treat you with the respect you deserve. Imagine a situation where a family member frequently makes snide remarks about your choices or belittles your feelings. Instead of letting those comments slide and keeping your hurt bottled up, you can choose to take a stand. Picture yourself calmly saying, "I appreciate your concern, but I need you to respect my choices, even if you don't agree with them." By clearly stating your boundaries, you are not just standing up for yourself, you are also showing them the kind of respect you expect in return. This simple act of self-advocacy sends a powerful message that your time and emotional health truly matter. Setting boundaries is not only about protecting yourself, it is also a way to teach others how to interact with you. When you value your own well-being, it encourages those around you to do the same. Remember that respect is a two-way street. By asserting your needs and communicating them clearly, you create an environment where mutual respect can flourish. This empowers others to reconsider their behavior, leading to healthier interactions all around. Moreover, establishing healthy boundaries can transform your relationships into something more balanced and fulfilling. When everyone understands what is acceptable and what isn't, it reduces misunderstandings and conflicts. You will find that your relationships become more enjoyable and less draining, allowing you to connect with others in a more positive way. So the next time you feel disrespected or undervalued, remember that you have the power to set boundaries. While it may feel daunting, valuing your own time and emotional health paves the way for healthier, more respectful relationships. By doing so, you reclaim your dignity and remind others of the respect you deserve, creating a more harmonious environment for everyone involved. 6. Lead by example. It's early evening. The day is winding down. Outside your window, the golden light of dusk casts long shadows across your garden, the one you've tended for years with quiet care. A neighbor walks by with their young child, and you wave from your porch smiling. Moments like these make you think. You've taught others so much in your life: how to tie shoelaces, say thank you, show up on time, love without keeping score. But now, as your children grow older and busier, you notice something's changed. Their words aren't as gentle, their tone a little clipped, and sometimes their eyes glance past you as if forgetting the roots that held them steady. You start to wonder if they've forgotten how to respect. Maybe the lessons just need to be retaught, not with lectures, not with guilt, but through the quiet strength of how you live each day. Because dignity isn't demanded, it's modeled. And when you walk with grace, when you speak with kindness, when you hold boundaries with softness but firmness, they notice, even if they don't say it, even if it takes time. After you've set those important, healthy boundaries, the next key step in building respectful relationships is to lead by example. Picture this: you're sitting at the dinner table, sharing stories about your day, and suddenly your child rolls their eyes or makes a dismissive comment. It's frustrating, isn't it? You might find yourself wondering why you're not getting the respect you deserve. Often, this disappointment comes from a gap between what we expect and what we actually show in our own behavior. If we want our children to treat us and others with kindness and respect, we need to embody those qualities ourselves every single day. Think about how you interact with others. Whether it's chatting with a friendly cashier or sharing a laugh with a neighbor, your actions really do speak volumes. When you consistently show kindness and respect, you're setting a powerful example for your children to follow. Imagine how they feel when they see you treating others with warmth and consideration. They're not just watching, they're learning that respect isn't something we simply demand. It's a way of connecting with the world around us. Leading by example also means being mindful of how you handle tough situations. When conflicts pop up, responding with patience and understanding instead of frustration can leave a lasting impression on your kids. For instance, if a disagreement arises, you might say something like, "I understand we see things differently, but let's talk about it calmly." This not only helps to ease the tension, but also shows your children the importance of respectful conversations. They'll start to pick up on these strategies and use them in their own interactions. When you lead with kindness and respect, you create a home where your children feel valued and safe. This nurturing environment encourages them to reflect those same feelings back to you. Over time, this behavior becomes second nature, shaping how they interact with others and nurturing their sense of empathy. Ultimately, leading by example is a wonderful way to earn respect from your children. By consistently showing kindness and respect in your actions, You inspire them to mirror that behavior back to you and to others. This not only strengthens your family ties, but also helps create a more compassionate and respectful world for everyone. 7. Forgive but don't forget your worth. It's a quiet night, the kind where the world seems to hold its breath. You sit in your favorite chair by the window, a soft blanket across your lap, a half-read book resting nearby. But your mind drifts to that holiday dinner when they didn't show up, to the unanswered messages, to the words that hurt more than you let on. You've replayed the moments 100 times, wondering if you said something wrong, if you expected too much, if it's just how the world works now. And somewhere between the silence and the sadness, you feel the tug of something deeper. Not just the need to forgive, but the need to remember who you are. Because forgiveness isn't about forgetting the pain. It's about releasing it, so it no longer shapes how you see yourself. You are not the hurt. You are not the neglect. You are still the one who stayed up through fevers, who packed lunches, who listened without judgment, and you still matter, even if they haven't said it lately. Have you ever found yourself feeling hurt or disrespected by your kids, replaying those tough moments in your mind like a broken record? It's a familiar struggle for many parents, and it can leave us carrying a heavy weight of resentment. While it's completely natural to feel upset, holding on to that negativity can really get in the way of our personal growth and emotional well-being. But here's the good news. We have the power to choose forgiveness, and it can be a wonderful step toward healing. Now, forgiving your children doesn't mean you forget what happened. Instead, it's about letting go of those hurtful feelings without losing sight of your own worth. When you forgive, you're not just giving them a pass. You're freeing yourself from the emotional burden that can hold you back. This act of forgiveness is a gift to yourself, opening the door to healing and growth. Remember, forgiving someone doesn't mean you accept disrespect. It simply allows you to move forward while keeping your self-respect intact. As you navigate the ups and downs of parenting, it's also important to focus on what makes you happy. Dive into your passions, whether it's picking up a new hobby, spending time with friends, or just taking a moment for yourself to relax. These activities not only bring joy, but also remind you of your own value. When your kids see you valuing yourself and pursuing what you love, you set a powerful example for them to follow. In the end, forgiving your children while holding on to your self-worth creates a healthier emotional space for everyone. It teaches them about accountability and respect while allowing you to grow and thrive. So embrace forgiveness, remember your value, and keep living a life filled with dignity and purpose. You deserve it, and your journey can inspire your kids to do the same. 8. Stay financially independent. It's a crisp Sunday morning. You're standing in line at the local grocery store, hands resting lightly on the cart handle. Behind you, a young couple argues about their budget. In front of you, your daughter's favorite cereal sits on display, a reminder of the days when your wallet always opened for others without a second thought. You still give. That hasn't changed. But lately, the giving has become expected. And when the phone rings, you can almost predict the ask before the words are spoken. "Hey, Dad, I was wondering if you could help out with rent again this month." "Mom, I'll pay you back next week, I promise." You smile gently, but inside there's a quiet ache. Not because you don't want to help, but because you've started to feel like a wallet more than a parent. And slowly the balance shifts. Your own needs get postponed. Your savings quietly dwindle, and your dignity, it begins to fray like an old coat worn through too many winters. But here's the truth. Staying financially independent isn't selfish. It's sacred. It's a quiet act of self-respect that says, "I've earned the right to stand on my own 2 feet, still." As we've seen, embracing forgiveness and recognizing your worth are vital steps in nurturing healthy relationships with your children. Now let's explore another key ingredient that can make a world of difference: financial independence. Picture this scene. You're gathered around the dinner table, and the conversation shifts to finances. You can sense the tension in the air as you realize you've been relying on your children for support. It's a tricky situation, isn't it? While it's completely natural to lean on family during tough times, depending on your kids for financial help can sometimes lead to feelings of resentment and strain your relationship. Fortunately, staying financially independent not only commands respect, but also fosters a more positive and harmonious connection with your children. Maintaining your own financial affairs goes beyond just managing money. It's a powerful statement about self-sufficiency and dignity. When you take charge of your finances, you demonstrate to your children that you can stand on your own 2 feet. This independence sends a clear message. You are capable and resourceful, which is something to be proud of. Moreover, it sets a fantastic example for them. When they see you managing your own affairs, they learn valuable lessons about responsibility and the importance of being self-reliant. Think about the benefits of financial independence. By avoiding potential conflicts, you also build a foundation of respect within your family. Your children will admire your ability to handle your own needs, and this admiration can strengthen your bond. Instead of feeling burdened by financial obligations, your relationship can thrive on mutual respect and support. You may find that conversations about money shift from tension-filled discussions to collaborative talks about future goals and dreams. So, how can you maintain that independence? Start by creating a budget and exploring new job opportunities. You might even consider picking up a hobby that could turn into a side hustle. Every small step you take toward financial independence reinforces your dignity and self-worth. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your financial future. By doing so, you not only enhance your own life, but also become a role model for your children, teaching them the value of independence and resilience. Ultimately, staying financially independent is not just about you. It's about creating a healthier and more respectful family dynamic that everyone can benefit from. As we come to the close of this journey together, I want you to remember one simple truth. Being ignored does not mean you are unworthy, and the silence of others does not erase the value of your voice. You are not a chapter that has ended. You are a story still unfolding, rich with wisdom, full of grace, rebuilding your life, nurturing new friendships, setting gentle boundaries. None of these are acts of rebellion. They are acts of love for yourself. And perhaps, just perhaps, when you begin to honor your own soul again, others will find their way back to you, not out of duty, but drawn by the light you never let go out. So if this touched something in your heart today, I invite you to share your thoughts below. Even if it's just one sentence, I choose to value myself. I am not invisible. My story still matters. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, not just to this channel, but to a community where your voice is seen, your pain is heard, and your growth is celebrated. Thank you for being here. May you walk forward with dignity, with hope, and with the quiet strength that has always been yours.